You're wrong.
Thank you.
But you knew that anyway.
So we're standing out here in our screened porch in the section of it that is really our off-grid kitchen. This is where we have most of our equipment for doing off-grid cooking. And as you may have noticed, we're kind of focusing on that. We're doing that for two reasons. We're hoping to increase our own skills in doing more back-to-back off-grid cooking as if we were in a situation where that was absolutely necessary. And believe me, we are learning a lot by doing that. And then the other reason is, as an example for any of you who would like to begin doing some off-grid cooking and would like to see how we do it so that then you can make your own decisions about how you would like to do it. So today, Jim is going to fix a breakfast for us from out of his childhood. So why don't you explain that?
When my father was in the Navy for 20 years, and we were stationed all over the world. And we were in Pearl Harbor for 2.5 years. And my dad would go out to sea, and he'd be gone for 3, 4, 5, 6 months, whatever it was. And when he came home, he loved to cook. So he would go ahead and cook for us. So what we're doing is corned beef hash, and that's one of the things my dad made, as well as pizza and everything else, and omelets and those kinds of things on a griddle. So I'm going to go ahead and attempt to recreate the corned beef hash that he made, and we'll kind of go ahead and get started.
So we're doing corned beef.
Corned beef.
And just want to mention that we are using canned corned beef because that is what we have in our food storage. Now, when St. Patrick's Day rolls around in March, we always get a fresh corned beef, a raw one, and then cook it ourselves.
Yeah.
So there are lots of ways that you can do corned beef. And we like to have the cans of corned beef as part of our protein supply in our food storage. So we're going to use one of our cans to do this. And did your dad use canned or what?
He used canned corned beef.
Okay,
and
so
it's something that, I don't know if it came out of the Depression or whatever it was, but this was in the early to mid 1950s.
And this is in one of those cans
One
that
of those
has
cans.
the key?
Yeah, the
Okay,
key.
you'll be showing that to us.
I'll be showing that in just a few seconds.
I'm going to be doing most of the videoing, and Jim is going to be doing most of the cooking, but we're going to tag team as we go. So here we go.
Okay.
So he's all set up here, all staged, and check out the potatoes. We found some baby tricolor potatoes. So we have red potatoes, blue potatoes, and white potatoes.
And then we have the onions, and we have the onion tops, we have eggs, and then we have some of the different spices that we're going to be using. So one of the first things that you need to be able to do is go ahead and put olive oil and some butter, and we are using our ghee as a way of being able to go ahead and grease things up for it. And it is smoking. And the information suggests that what you want to be able to do is go ahead and have it preheated 400 degrees. With ours, we're down on low and it's 400, so I'm kind of going to go ahead and go from that point. So I need to go ahead and, again, spread the oil and butter around. And first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and add the potatoes.
And the potatoes have been pre-boiled.
Pre-boiled and pre-cut. And we'll add the onions and the other things a little bit later. So what I want to do is kind of spread this out a little bit so it cooks evenly and doesn't get all up into one huge pile. With that, there are some spices we need to go ahead and add, and we need to look at some paprika. Is that the right?
Paprika.
Paprika, okay.
Jim tries to put an extra syllable in there.
And I think I may have put too much on.
Oh, I love smoked paprika.
Well, maybe I'll be safe there. A little bit of garlic powder. Wow, this is huge.
Yeah, it comes out big in those
Yeah, it
containers.
does. Okay, some salt. I like to use salt sparingly. And then some pepper.
And we love the coarse ground black pepper. So you're just going to go, you are cooking those until they get a little bit crispy then? Is that what
Yes.
you're doing?
Yes, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay, so we'll come back when you're ready to put the onions on.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put the onions on and get those going and mix them up.
So what are the green onions for?
The green onions are for a garnish when we get finished.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this is the corned beef that we're going to use, and again, it's the same kind of thing that my father ended up using.
Is it the same brand, or do you remember?
I don't remember. I think it is the same brand.
It's been around for a long time.
1,000 years or so.
I actually remember that from my childhood as well. Mother cooked a lot with corned beef.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and open it up.
Wait, let's show the key.
Yeah, I was going to show the key.
Okay.
Okay, so this is, again, this is an interesting thing. So you have the key, and you have to take it off and start it, and start opening it by twisting the key, opening up the can. And like I said, I don't know if this was out of the Depression or what, but both my parents were born before the Depression.
Mine too, actually.
Yeah. A lot of our parents who are...
People our age, for sure.
Yeah,
Well, you've done that before.
at least once. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put the corned beef in a well in the middle of the potatoes. And I've got to chop it all up.
To what degree do you have to, I mean, the corned beef is already cooked, of course, because it's canned.
Yeah,
But to what degree are you now going to continue cooking it?
until it's crispy.
You want it crispy?
Yeah.
Little browned edges?
Little
there?
browned edges.
Okay, we'll come back and get a close-up of that when you're done.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right, so I see where some of this is getting really crispy. Is that how you want it all over?
Yeah.
Or just some of it? Or?
As much of it as possible.
Okay. All right.
I mean, obviously that isn't going to happen all over, but
Every bite should have a little crispy. Is that kind of what you're shooting for?
yeah, that would be nice.
Okay, we'll be back for the next step.
Okay, so we've got one of the egg wells. Going to make 3 altogether.
What's an egg well?
An egg well is a place where you're going to put the egg so you can cook it.
Okay.
And we're going to go ahead and do that. And some of the things that I've seen, maybe a little bit bigger, suggest that the eggs need to be runny. I don't like runny eggs, so we'll have to kind of go halfway in between what Pam likes and what I like as far as the eggs. So I hope that's halfway in between. It's been so long since I've cracked eggs. And put
The dome?
the dome over it, and so they can steam.
Okay. So we'll be back when you take that dome off and we can see the results.
See the results.
Okay, what's next?
Toast. buttered toast.
Oh, yum.
Put on the grill and have those work out for us.
So you buttered one side of
I
it?
buttered one side, yeah.
Okay, that'll just make a really crispy, wonderful toast.
I'm hoping so.
And this is our bread that we did in our previous video on showing the 2 different ways of cooking bread in Dutch ovens. So this is the last loaf of that bread.
Is that the last loaf?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't remember that was the last loaf.
So it'll be great, a great accompaniment. So how are your eggs coming?
I checked a few moments ago. They're just about ready.
Yeah,
Wow.
they are. That looks just great.
So I'm going to go ahead and turn these burners off.
Is our toast going to get done?
I don't know. We'll have to kind of play that by ear. Not really, but we'll just do it. Yeah, maybe.
Well, we can leave it over here while we
Yeah.
start, and then we can come get it.
Should be ready by the time I... Okay. Which one do you want?
I'll take this one.
This one. Okay.
And remember, I'm not as big of an eater as you are, so... Oh, that's way runny. That's way runny. I saw it jiggling.
Okay. Okay. Do you want it?
Put it back on the heat for a minute. Yeah. So maybe the eggs need just a little bit more time.
I thought you liked runny egg.
Okay, that's probably okay. Ooh, yummy. And then look at this gorgeous toast. Can I have the back piece of toast, please? Oh, there's my breakfast.
Yeah.
So this would really serve 4 people. We're going to have some of the hash left
brown.
over, I think.
Wow.
So there's some hash. And that really would have cooked another egg, so... Oh, that toast is beautiful. Jim, this is an elegant, beautiful breakfast. Let's go eat.
Let's go eat.
I can't wait to try this.
This
Were
ought
you-
to be good.
Were you just excited when your dad got home so he would fix this
Oh.
for breakfast?
That's an interesting question. Excited that he was home? Yes. That he would fix this for breakfast? I never knew for sure what he was going to make. But he always made stuff that he had aboard ship
Oh,
while he was traveling.
I bet that was interesting cooking.
Yeah, it was.
Do you know that this is my first time tasting corned beef hash?
No, I didn't know that.
Yep. It's really good,
Oh,
Jim.
thank you.
You just did a great job.
Oh.
And my egg is done to perfection. Which means yours are going to be a little runny
Well,
because you like them solid almost. Oh, honey, this is great. I won't need to eat anything else all day.
oh, really? I didn't know that this would make you that full.
We almost forgot to put the green onions on it for garnish, so we just sprinkled a little bit. So I'm going to take a bite with the green onion, see if what that adds. It's a nice little pop with
Yeah.
a green onion there. So we'll put the recipe that Jim used down below the video so you can enjoy it as well. And of course, it's very, very flexible. You can do pretty much whatever else you might want to add in. I'm not that familiar with corned beef hash, but those of you that are will know. And then let us know what you think and how you have doctored up the recipe to make it work for your family. So thank you so much for being with us. And Jim, you did a fabulous job.
Oh, thank you.
So we'll see you very soon for more videos.